Testing, testing. I just want to get a sound check. Testing. Okay, I got a sound check there. Okay, we got a sound check. Testing, testing. I just want to get a sound check. Testing. Okay, I got it. All right, how you doing? How you doing? Evening. I'm thinking about starting this segment real quick about evening trading because I know a lot of people trade in the a lot of people work during the afternoon, so I'm going to be looking to do this. I'm still chopping up my charts real quick here on the other screen. I guess I should have did that before I start recording, huh? But I wasn't planning on recording. Let's pull up some charts on here. We got a couple of issues I want to bring up. When you're trading, people, try your best to really understand how charting works. Now, the beautiful thing with trading is if you know how to read the price and the charting, it works across the board. So you don't have to do anything special. Do you understand what I'm saying? So even if you trade options, Forex, and so forth, if you read charts, you know what you're doing. Is that the right one? Let me see here. Let me see what price is there, 430, 450. Okay, so that's the right price. So the first thing we want to do, people, is if you ever traded with me and watch me trade, and I try to trade demos with these because I'm talking, you have to pay real close attention to these gaps. So when you see things like this, you need to make a notation of that. That's a gap right there. That's a gap. So you need to write down gap, let you know that's very important, man. You know, people think trading is easy. Trading is not easy. It's far from easy. So apply. Okay. So we got, dang, what happened to the damn line? The line disappeared on me, didn't it? Man, I really hate using their charts. Okay, there we go. All right, so we need to make a notation of that gap. That's very, very important. Now, let me tell you the significance of this gap. That's a little different than most gaps. When you have a gap like this, and that gap is across the board like that, see that same gap? You damn sure well better make a notation of that damn gap. I don't trade gaps, people, but I do respect them. So you must always know where that gap is sitting at, all right? Always know where that gap is sitting at. Now, let's keep going on. Now, we got a problem. We got a big problem. Now, that gap has just been supported by a very strong price line. So that will come into play. That gap is something that we must definitely write down. This one, this gap is just not no normal gap anymore. Now it's supported by a price line, which is very good because that makes it that much stronger as a target. So we got that down. I want y'all to make sure you write that down. Now, what's going to happen is when I start doing these segments, this is my first night doing one. I mean, I think I've done it before, but I plan on doing them for a long time. So we're going to do them roughly between, I'm gonna try to do it for 1 month, to do it for 1 month, and then just to see how it goes. What I'm doing now on my other screen that y'all can't see is I am chopping up charts. I'm chopping up charts. I'm looking to see what has, okay, we got another problem right here. Got another one. Now let me show y'all something here. And when I want to show y'all another gap, and I just made the video about that. You see that gap right there? Y'all see it? So y'all you got to make a notation of that gap, bro. You got to go on your screen just like this. I'm gonna use this chart right now because it's just way easier. You got to go on your screen, write down gap. So I could fly through it with this one because I do it all the time. on this one. Now, I'm going to show y'all something that's important. Okay. Like I said, we're not going to trade gaps, but now that YM gap we can trade because that's supported by price factors. Now, see this? This is a gap, people. That's a gap as well. So we want to start making notations of all these gaps, just like that. Just like that. We just want to make sure we know they're there. Okay, so we're done now with RTY gaps, that is. And what I'm doing is, what y'all don't see, I can't show it to you because that's my secret ingredients when it comes to trading, is I'm cutting up the charts, I'm moving price lines around. So I'm switching price lines, I'm deleting some, I'm adding some. That's what I'm doing on the other screen that y'all don't see. That's what I'm doing on the other screen. Like I said, it depends on how many people that, I get into this. Depends on how long I'm going to do it. I try, I don't mind helping people out, but people got to understand, time is money too. I'm just not doing this because I want to, when I get it big enough, then, I let people see the real charts and I would charge them, maybe, I don't know, $100 a month or something. I don't know. Now, the beautiful thing about me, when I give you a price line like that, like this one, write that price line down. I told y'all that's important. So that 35, 484, 494. Write that price line down, people. That's important because remember, I told you that gap is supported by prices. So when you ever get a gap that's supported by prices, you write it down. Now I'm cutting up NQ real quick here. Like I said, I should have did a lot of this before I start recording, but I wasn't planning on recording. So we got that. The trade we're going to be watching real close is gold. Oh, was that a good entry? Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on, let me get to gold real quick. I want to see if that's a good entry. Nope, not yet. Okay, so this one we're going to be watching, people. This is going to be the main trade we're going to be keeping our eye on tonight to get way up there. To get up until 1790. So this is going to be the trade we're going to be watching. So NQ, ES. ES might drop as well. I don't know yet. I won't know until tomorrow. Most time I trade, I get up at 6 o'clock. I very seldom trade in the afternoon like this. But me and my wife was having a discussion and we were saying that, there's a lot of people that work and they want to look at futures and see things like that. Oh, that looks like a good damn sale. Man. ES looked like a great sale, people. Man, that looks good. Right now. Okay, ES, okay. So we're done with most of the charts except the big ones. Let me see what I'm done with. Yes. Too much green to sell it, man. Yeah, that's way too much green to sell that. Can't sell that shit. Can't sell that one. Man, gold's a good buy, y'all. So crude oil looks like Monday it'll be a good sale. Crude oil is actually a good sale. The problem is it has stacked prices as well. So we want to be careful of that. And what I mean by stacked prices is, I'm going to show you what I mean in a second here. All right. What do I mean by stacked prices? These are all true prices, people. These are what the big institutions. Now, you see this area right here? See how you got a price stack there, and a price stack there? You got to be very careful. You have to be very, very careful with that. Very careful, because this market has a tendency to revert and go back up to those stacked prices, because these are together. These are a little bit spread it out, but they're stacked. What you want them to do is be tight like this. So CL is a great sell all the way down to that 40, but we want to wait on it to make sure it gets just a little bit away from that stack price. All right. So that's one thing we got to watch out for. Although these are all real prices, people. If you ever follow me, you know I never throw out fake prices. You know, if I use an example, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say, hey, this is a fake price I'm just throwing out. But all my prices are 100% legit. So anytime I give you a price, write that price down. I'm telling you, it's so important that, well, you don't have to, but if you want to be a good trader, you'll be crazy not to. Man, I want to sell ES so bad. Where's ES at? Oh, man, I'm going to have to sell this thing, man.
Order filled.
I just got to sell that thing. I'm going to sell on that one through the night, man. This one I really wanted, man. That's one I really, really wanted to go up. That's $75. You can lock in, take what you got to take on that. You know, you might have to sit on it a little longer. The one thing about trading in the afternoon, people, is trades take a lot longer to develop, because, and also be careful trading in the afternoon because there's so many sessions. Hold on, let me check to make sure nobody asked a question. Okay, nobody asked no question. That's good. Hell, ain't nobody watching it. Ain't nobody watching. That's why I stopped recording this stuff. So you want to make sure that when you're trading in the afternoon, you got to be very wary of all the session time. So that's very, very important. This is the one I want, man. This thing's gonna fly. What time is it? Okay, let's get back to cutting up the charts real quick. I think I cut up all of them. I'm just going through them. Oh, what did I say? That was too much green for me to sell that, didn't I? I did say that, didn't I? Damn, I forgot all about that. See, that's why you got to do demos when you're doing this mess. It was too much green. I didn't want to sell it when it's too. I'm trying to lock it in now. All right, I'm gonna lock it in because it's not a good trade. You know, it might drop. I don't know, but you know, this is the one we need right here. This is the one we need. That's it.
Stop filled.
I just wanted to get out of that trade, to be honest with you. We'll take $26. All right, so, okay, let's bring the charts back up. Write that gap down. You can trade if you want to. You got a gap there that we wrote down. Let me see what else we got going on here. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. Shoot, I'm tired. Ooh. Tonight when I lay down with my wife, I want to say, ooh, such a chocolate. Ooh, you need to give it to me, Big Daddy. Oh, I hate saying that. You know, I hate when people say Big Daddy. Like that, to me, it sounds gross. Like, ooh, Big Daddy. Ugh. You know, I got a little daughter. I don't want her to be saying daddy nothing. You know what I'm saying? She dates somebody. Don't call my damn name. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm missing something, y'all. I am missing something trying to do this recording. What am I missing? What am I missing? Think, Lincoln. Think, Lincoln. Think, Lincoln. Oh, okay. Let's get to this real quick here. I want to bring up ES. Nah, let's do gold better. Gold better. That gold. That damn sure ain't the right contract. That ain't neither. Okay, that is. All right, there we go. Yeah, that's right price. All right. Do you see this wick here? So on gold, people, that wick right here. Uh-oh, I gotta change it to white. That wick is a tattletale. That's a tattletale wick. There's a strong price right at that wick, right above that wick. So a lot of times using now, what the problem was when this situation was in the market, there was another price that was just short of this, and it was a major price. So when that market went up, this price, even though it went past it just a little bit, played, but it closed under it, played as a resistance and started to trickle back down and come all the way down here. And that's what happened in that situation. This was a trade I got caught in real bad. One of them anyway, one of many of them. So, but that hurt. A trade like this hurts too. When you see something like this, what time is this? Well, eight don't matter. This one, this candlestick right here. Now, that shouldn't surprise nobody. And the reason being, look what time it came. Oh, damn, I'm way off, ain't I? Look what time it came. It came at 8 o'clock. Everybody know when you're dealing with Forex, you got to watch out for 8 o'clock. You got to watch out for 8:30. And then you got to watch out for 9:30. Everybody knows that. So when you see drops like this around these times right here, that shouldn't surprise you one bit. That shouldn't surprise you because it could easily go up. It could easily go down. Those shouldn't surprise you at one bit when they're doing them at those type of hours, people. Remember that. That's just, that doesn't make, don't be like, oh, wow, I can't believe that. No, that shouldn't surprise you one bit. Now let's get back to watching this gold here. I want to watch this gold. I want this gold to come back down and create a sandwich technique at 8 o'clock. Roughly, I wanted to come down at 8 o'clock and I wanted to close and I wanted to create a sandwich technique roughly around there. Then I'm going to take that up. I'm going to sit on it though, so I'm actually going to fall asleep on that trade. So since I'm going to fall asleep on it, I'm going to set some alerts for it right now. I'm going to set a lot of alerts. Okay. Well, let me show you how I'm setting my alerts real quick. I'm actually setting them on the other screen, but I'm gonna pull it over and let you see exactly what I'm doing. Okay. Let me get rid of this thing. All right, close that out. All right, now what I'm doing now is I'm setting alerts for in the morning. So I'll go here and I want to perk up when I get here, and I just right click, create alert. I do not know why they have a message box because it don't show. I don't know why they do that. Am I missing an option with it or something? Anyway, you're gonna set alert. Once we see gold get above that price, say good target at 17. My wife just walked in. She like a principal. You know how like the principal come check on your work. So we got that price there. Now, I'm a light sleeper from my military days, so I set 2 of them, even though I got a lot more. I got 5 of them because I know that price is really, really strong. So I want to perk up on gold. I do not know. I need to find a way to put the notes in there. Maybe it's me. Okay. Put above here. So we got that alert done right there. So that's what I'm doing on the other screen. And I'm doing that, the perk up. Hey, pay attention to gold. Hey. Something ain't right with this picture, people. Oh, this is a 30-minute time frame. I'm like, oh, hold on, why these 2 candles look different? That's why. One's a 30, one's a 30, and one's a 15. Okay. So we're good to go on gold right now. That's your best trade, y'all. Right now, between today is October the 21st, that gold is by far your best trade to go up tonight. I don't know if it's going to wait till tomorrow and do it, but that's going to be your trade right there, people. Be careful, it's stacked at 81, so it has a possibility of pulling back to 81. So keep that in mind now. has a possibility of pulling back to 81. So keep that, definitely keep that in mind. But judging by what we see, right, where's it at? Yeah, judging by what I see, that thing should go pretty high. That thing should go high. So keep that in mind. Let me see if anybody got any questions. Okay. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, so let's get back to that. So we want to make sure we keep that know that gold now. Be aware that gold can pull back to 89. I mean 81. The price we're going for is actually 91, but worst case scenario is it can pull back. So if you enter a trade, okay, if you enter a trade, you got to be careful on knowing that pullback, because when you're doing pullbacks, you want to know that how much leverage can you use. You don't want to go into a pullback if you're trading now. If you're trading, and let's say for instance you go into, and we're at what, 80, 85. Let's just say 86, right? We're at 86 right now. Dang, my number's different. So we're going to focus on gold right here, right? So if we entered this at 1786 and we're running one contract, and then that thing pulls back, I need to change all these to 1. Let's just do 0 for right now, so I won't mess y'all up. Well, those two supposed to match, but okay. So we're gold. So if that thing pulls back to 81, let's just put it at 82. You're looking at a $400 pullback. That's pretty damn expensive, especially if you're running off of one account. I mean, I don't know about you, $400 pullback, and most of the time I run real money, that get my attention awful damn fast. That's a pullback. And I said, and I really said 81. So let's give the worst case scenario. That's a $500 pullback. And as you notice, before I check these, I'd be running 10 and 5 contracts and stuff like that. Man, when you're talking about running stuff like this, I'm planning on running 3. If you notice, most of all mine, a lot of mine are set on 3. Well, I guess only 1 right now. But man, you got to be careful with that, man. You got to be careful. That $1,500 pullback running real money to get your attention awful damn fast. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It'll get your attention awful fast. Okay, let's get down to what else we got here. Oh, let's get back to ES. I want to go over some with ES, and I want to show y'all something here. I'm gonna put up my other chart. I'm gonna let y'all see one of my charts. I've been pulling over anyway. So let's get with ES. I want to show y'all something here. Now, what do you see? See that gap? You got to write that gap down, people. Now, that gap is not as scary as the rest of them. And the reason why that one is not as scary is because there's no price lines with it. There's no price line. You don't want that gap to have price lines like this. Then you really have to take, you have to take notation of that gap if it had price lines with it, but it doesn't have. I'm trying to, okay, remove drawing. So if it had price lines with it, then that would be something, you want to take in consideration. So if it was stacked price like this, a price like that, then that gap, we would make a whole bunch of notations on it. And we'll also mark that down for something that we might be able to trade, in the future. All right. So you want to make sure you pay attention to that, but just mark that gap down. There's a gap there. You just want to pay attention to that. This trade hurt today, y'all. Oh my God, I got slaughtered on this trade today. Oh my God. I had the price at 35, which was here. And oh my God, I was running heavy. Oh man, I was running heavy, y'all. Oh, I was running heavy. I went up here, the trade come down here. I took it on a sandwich technique. This doesn't look like a sandwich technique here because we're on a smaller time frame. So, but if I was to change this time frame to an hour and get back, and this was it right here. So I actually entered this trade to hit this purple line. As you tell, it hit the purple line. But what I did was I entered it here. I entered here, and people, I was 200 points away from a combine today, passing a 150 combine. I'm tired of those combines. They take way too long because, you know, I trade for real, so I don't take risky trades except this one. I entered this going up today, and you see what happened, and I was running 10 contracts, people. That equals I was running $120 a tick. And I entered this trade, and this damn thing just spiked down. Right here, knocked me out of the combine with a $3,200 loss. I only needed $200 to finish the combine. That hurt. It didn't bother me as much as it would bother most people because I have passed them combines so many times. So I never passed the 150 combine, 150K combine, and that thing is taking ridiculously a long time. This trade hurt today. That got my attention. I'm glad I was running a demo on that account. Man, I'm glad, but that still hurt, man, because that cost me. So let me make sure nobody got any questions. Okay. Okay. All right, so we got that. All right, so where we at? Gold. We want to watch gold. Okay. We need to perk up right here, y'all. We need to perk up on gold. Oh, that's looking good. That's looking lovely. That's looking lovely. This is going to be a long trade, though. Remember what I told you. Be careful. It can pull back to 81 now. So remember, we might not finish this trade. Let me see. Our entry price is going to be 84. 85 would be our entry price on this one. Now this trade, since we're trading in the afternoon, this thing might, you know, it might take some time. It might take some time to develop. So you want to be careful on this one here. You want to be careful on this trade. It might take some time to develop. 84. I'm going to enter it here. Let me see. That would be an ideal trade right there to enter here. To enter right there. Because it's stacked. Remember, it can pull back to 84 all the way down to 81. So we want to keep that in mind. We want to keep that in mind. So we want to pay real close attention to that. You see how that ES is starting to pull up? That's why I said that trade was not a good trade. Another good one, believe it or not, to take is crude oil. Crude oil is stacked, though. Let me look at that one again. I might be taking that one before I take gold. Man, that NQ is flying. Let's see where NQ is going. Remember, when the market is flying, people, the market is going somewhere. When you see prices like that, the good thing about me is I'm going to pull up one of my charts again. I'm going to pull up ES. Well, I just pull up any one I grab, which is going to be CL. So when the market is moving, the market is going somewhere. We as traders have to figure out, where's that market going? Is it trying to go up here and get these lines? Is it trying to scrape down and get these lines? Is it going to just tap this line and bounce off? Do you understand? The market is going somewhere, and it's going to one of these prices. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's one thing about my trading. If you're watching this video, pause it when you get back. Write those prices down and have them on your sheet and have them color. Well, you don't have to have them color coded. They all represent something to me. Each one, whether they got dashes, this line, that line, all of them represent something. I could just glance at them and I don't have to read labels. So is this thing going to go up and just tap this line and get rid of that price and use that price as a support and then start trickling down and getting these prices? But this is the key factor when you're trading, people. Listen to me. The market creates new prices. Remember that. Nothing's set in stone. And once that price has been taken or hit, the market will create new prices. Remember that. That's one thing a lot of people fail to realize. The market is just not going to stay and say, okay, Lincoln, these are the only prices right here. The market might go up and turn around and create another price here. It might get rid of this price and create another price there. The object is being able to read that. That's the holy grail to trading. These prices I have, like I said, are legit, people. Please write them down. Back test me. I tell everybody that. Don't go by what I'm saying. Go by what I'm saying, but back test me. If you ever want to believe me, any trade I ever took, you can tell people, back test me. And they'll tell you, oh, he's pretty damn accurate. But can you withstand that drawback? See, that's the kicker in trading. The kicker in trading is this, right? Let me show you something. The kicker in trading is, we know this is the price it's trying to get to. This is the price it's trying to get to. But what did I tell you? It's stacked here. So if the market decides to go up here first, can you sustain that drawback? Most people can't. This is over a $2,500 drawback, people. Well, I'm running 3 contracts. So that's over a $2,500 drawback. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. See how it's tapping off that line right now? So let's see what it's going to do. Whether it's going to get rid of that line, stay on that line. What it's going to do is it's going to surpass that line. Is that line going to make it into a support or resistance? These are legit prices now. I'm showing you. These ain't no regular prices that I just threw out there. These are 100% legit prices. So let's see if it's going to hit that line and tap it and go back. It might. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to do. But because this price is too close. This price is too close. It could go and hit that line. You know, it could. Let's get. We got to pay attention. Gold. Look where gold is at. That's the one we're going to take. Surprised I didn't get filled. Okay, gold is getting down there. Gold is getting down there. So we want to watch that.
Order rejected.
How many contracts I got? How many contracts I got up? Hold on 1 second here. Make sure I'm not in a trade. All right, now let's see what's going to happen here.
Order filled.
Oh, I know what happened. I know what happened. Okay, I know what happened. Okay. So this position I just took is going to be a long one. So just in case that pull back on me. Now remember, if this thing pulls back on me to that 81 that I'm a little afraid of, I don't know if y'all can see that because I can barely see that crap too. 80, let's say 81 right here, worst case scenario. That's 860 something. That's $850 drawback right there. That's an $860 drawback. So you got to be careful on that. Now, one thing I do recommend people do, especially when you're doing like this, if you ever get scared of a trade, lock it in like this. Lock it in. You can lock it in like that. And now you don't care what happens.
Stop fill.
You don't care what happens. If it goes up, it goes up. If it don't, it don't. You don't care. You know, if you ever get scared in the trade, I highly recommend you lock it in. Lock that trade in. So you can, you can pay attention. If you ever get scared, that's what I'm saying. If you're scared. So if you're scared in a trade, lock it in. Lock it in. All right. So what time is it? We got 1 more hour. Got 1 more hour here. So let's pay attention. You know what I'm going to do I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do on these nights here. And y'all going to have to give me time to set it up. Since everything is moving fast on NQ, we're going to specialize solely on NQ. Hold on 1 second here. Give me 1 second here. Let me get something to drink real quick. Give me 1 second here. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, shoot. Dang. Hey, Deborah, I got that water on the stove. I got to get me some hot water. Got to call my wife for backup. Okay, let's get back to what we're doing. Let's see where NQ may be going, y'all. I'm gonna pull up my chart on this one. I'm not going to what you call it. Oh, that's the wrong chart. Give me a second. Let me pull up NQ. I'm not about to chop up one of their charts. It just takes too long. Well, I could just slide one of mine over and have all the prices in there and everything ready to ride. Then I don't have to worry about anything. Okay. We're looking for stack prices. Ooh, there we go right there. But I don't think it's going up that high. It could, but got a couple of them here that's kind of tight. That's your money, bro. Right there. Oh my God, that's your money. All right. So it could be going up here just temporarily to take out these last ones. This looks good too. This look good. All these prices are weak. You know, they're good, but they're weak. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. My wife brought me some water because she heard me. She said, oh, I heard you want some of me tonight. So she brought me some water to kind of please me, even though I asked her to bring it. But okay. Let's see what's going to happen. This had to hurt. Oh my God, that had to hurt. That's a big candle drop down. When the market's moving, the market is going somewhere. People always remember that. Let's see what else we got here. I think that may be enough for y'all tonight. Let me get back to that gold again. I want to pay attention to that gold. See, that gold is dropping down. I want to pay attention to that. Matter of fact, tonight, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bounce this trade. I'm going to bounce it right there. Right there. If that pull down tonight sometime and hit that, that's the trade I'm going to go for. Also keep an eye on that CL. CL is kind of dangerous. It's because it's in lip mode. You want the chart to kind of be a line. So I'm going to leave this gold alone for tonight, just in case it pulls back and goes up on me. Let me double check it. I'm going to sleep on this one. And that's how I be messing up on these combines. I go to sleep on the combine trade in a heartbeat. Yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. Damn, that gold could get down to 78 though. I don't know about that now. I might have to leave that one alone. Man, I might have to leave that one alone. I'm looking at it again and it got some more prices on the lower end. But anyway, people, we'll probably pick this up tomorrow. I don't see no good setup. Tomorrow, what we're going to do is, oh no, tomorrow's Friday. So Monday, we're going to give this a shot. What I'm going to do is we're going to focus solely on ES at the evening. Since these move too slow to make money, NQ really flies. So we can really, I'm going to turn over all my charts and try to change all the charts over so y'all can make some money, because this thing just, it just rips, man. This thing rips. You hear me? That thing's going to go up. I mean, it looks like it's going to go up. What price we got? 409. We got to watch out for this slippage. See that slippage? I want to show y'all this slippage. That's one thing we're going to have to combat in the
Order filled.
In the evening session. Is that slippage. Okay. See that slippage? That's slippage. That's a lot of slippage we're going to have to deal with. So I'm going to have to show you, sometimes we're going to have to take a profit. So sometimes when we're dealing with slippage, we're going to have to set a price like this and pull it down to take a profit, or set to take profit like that. Because we really can't put a stop loss on it, not with that much slippage, because I'm telling you, you're going to lose a trade. I'm telling you now, you're going to lose that trade. Let's see what else we got going on. That trade looks pretty good to go up. Oh hell no, that trade going down, boss. I better get the hell out of this damn thing.
Stop filled.
See, we probably lost that trade. Oh, I guess we didn't. That thing could go either or though. Man, it looks better to go up though. It really does, but it's stacked. It's stacked. What do I mean by stacked? Let me show you another chart. I'll show you another chart. These are real prices, people. So if I show you a chart, man, you need to pause that video later, write those prices down. Okay, so here we go right here. See this? See, that's stacked. That means when you see prices like that, man, that's when the market becomes very, very, very unpredictable, because you have a slew of prices. The market is based on price, no matter what, no matter how you look at it. You got stacked prices here. You got stacked prices. You got stacked prices here. This market could go sideways for a while, or it can just start flying up and knocking these out. The momentum is going up right now, but you don't know. Remember, the market is still based on price, and price can change the trend. Remember that. The market is based on price, and price can change the trend. So remember that. That's very important. Now, how do you want your prices to be? I'm going to show you one real quick, because this one right here, that one's just too stacked for us. It's way too stacked. And the technique I use, people, you can use in stock. So anytime, when we do the group and you sign up for the membership every month, what I'm going to do is you have permission to say, hey, Lincoln, let's chop up a stock chart. Now, I mean, you need to recommend it for me, because it's going to take me a long time. I won't be able to chop it up while we're doing one of these sessions. It just takes way too long. When I see people go on stock charts, matter of fact, let me get over here. Let me find one that ain't stacked real quick. Okay, this is perfect. Let's use RTY. All right, RTY is going for that gap. Y'all see that? So now, okay. See there? You see how there's really nothing there up to the top? But now you got it stacked here. So that's what you're looking for. those are the trades we're looking for right here, people. Is when there's, see this, you got stack prices here, you got stack price here, but you see all this area right here, there's nothing there, there's nothing in this area. That's what you want, because once this get in range up here, if the market has not created a new price, if it has not created a new price, that's what I said. Now, as long as the market don't create a new price on the way up, once you see this thing starting to trickle, you know it's going right there, because those are the new stack prices right there. Those are stack prices, and that's what I'm saying about stack prices. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for a slew of prices. You're not just looking for one price, two price. That's why I can't stand when people tell me they trade the highs and the lows. It's too hard, because a high and a low is only one price. You know, you want stack price. You want that market to have more than one target. When animals go hunting, they go hunting where there's a lot of animals, then they single one out. They don't go and say, I'm just going to hunt this one animal. No, they go, and that's the same way with trading. You want to get in that same position. And that NQ kept going up. There was something else I wanted to show y'all before I did this. What was it? What was it? What was it? Man, what was it? What was it? Man. Dang, I forgot something. I did forget something, and I have no idea what I forgot. Dang. I was going to say something in the process of all this stuff. But anyway, let's look at gold again. Gold is still pulling down. I'm still down. How much I'm down? $41. So let's get that. Want to keep an eye on that CL for later on. Oh, we're going to finish up with NQ. Man, that NQ really, man, that thing really flew up on us, didn't it? Man, we could have got some more money out of that one. What's the NQ? We got out at 94. Okay, so it's going up like we thought it would go up and start to hit that other one line. So that was a good trade. I mean, you know what, I'm trying to teach people, so I'm trying to do two things at one time. Trying to teach all right, so you won't. Oh man, I forgot all about that thing had a gap. No, that's why I am. I'm saying I don't remember NQ having one. Oh, we didn't pull NQ up on these charts. That's why. I'm like, man, that would look like I'm missing something here, bro. You know, that's it, people. We'll pick this up on Monday. I'm gonna start from 7. I'm gonna try to do 7 to 9. Depends on how many people start coming. I'm gonna try to do it for 1 week at least and see if I get a good turnout. Then once we get a good turnout, you know, like I said, I start charging people. We'll get in there and we'll start going over stocks and stuff like that. You know, what stocks we should buy, you know, things like that. What stocks to look at. Oh my God, we entered this thing at $4. Man, I'm already out. I made some decent money on that one. I got hurt on this one. Now it's brought back to the price. This one I entered at 17. I got out in the 18, low 19. This one I never took. I should have taken it. This was the one that caused a lot of controversy with me, and I was right. And the people that was mad at me start asking me for help. Oh my God, they was like, man, what should we do? I'm like, man, y'all in trouble. And that's when the stock was at $6. I told him it would drop down to $2.80, and now it's at $2.50. And man, when I first said it's going to drop down to $2, I first told him the first target is going to be $3, $3.30, because that's what the first stack price. But the green line was actually underneath that, which was at $2.80. And people called me stupid. People called me idiot. People said, you don't know what area you're talking about. You're the worst trader they ever heard. And it dropped all the way down from 6 to like high 4s. Then it dropped down to like 380. And that's when people start saying, hey man, what's going to happen? I say, hey, then it dropped down to 330. And that's when most of the people start contacting me. It's, you know, privately contacting me, asking me, hey, what should they do? Should they stay in the trade? I don't like giving financial advice like that. Unless I'm trading it myself, and I wasn't going to trade that one. You know, I wasn't touching that with a 10-foot pole. That one was just too shitty. Sorry, excuse my language, but that one was just too crappy for me to even touch. And there's a lot more we can add on to it. We'll go to FinViz. And like I said, if you ever, once we get into it and you're paying your dues, you're paying your fees every month. I'm not gonna break it back because I know you're working full time. We're going Finviz. We can pick out some of these stocks. And then, like I said, I can't chop up that chart right then and there. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes to do it right. To chop up a chart and do it right is going to take close to about 45 minutes. I'm going to tell you that now, especially with a fresh chart that I have never cut up before. Now, if it's a chart like ES and the CL, the big 6 I train, those, if it's these charts right here, those stay set up. So even if we're off, it'll take me less than 8-9 minutes to chop up one chart. So that won't take us long. But to trade something, I don't trade, those charts. I'm telling you, those things they'll take a minute. Even these, the good thing about these, I have notes on them. I have a lot of notes on them right here that I keep, on certain stocks and stuff like that. I keep notes on them and where they're going at. So a lot of those are hidden, but like I said, you only get to see those when you start paying for things. You can start getting more. You can get more information out of me and saying where the stock is going, what's the right setup, and things like that. Because some people they don't want to trade futures. Futures is good because it's fast money, but futures can also lose fast money too. So that's a double-edged sword. You got to understand. You can gain money, but you can also lose money. So you got to take that. Don't think it's all sweet and dandy, but if we can get here on futures at night and, make, $80, $90, extra and put it in our pocket, coming home from work, that might be a pretty good deal. Do you see what I'm saying? We can just maintain some of this type of money. I mean, this is demo, so this is paper money right here, but I got to trade it because of that way. But if we can just maintain this type of money, you come home from a long day's work and you can put $70 in your pocket, then hey, that's not a bad deal. You know what I'm saying? For an hour or something work. So that's not a bad deal at all. Now, if y'all got any questions, any suggestions, please let me know, people. Write the comments. Now, here's the thing. When we do the live session, what's going to happen is I am going to do it straight Zoom. You won't be able to do it on YouTube. YouTube lags. It's a 12-second lag. That's that's really long, especially in futures. Futures move fast. So 12 seconds, we're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I guess it really moved, not 10, 11, 12. So really, but in futures, y'all know what I'm talking about. During the day session, this thing will fly. This thing will fly. All right. So let's take that in consideration. Like I said, y'all got any suggestions? Let me know, because I plan on doing it I'm gonna try it out for 1 week to see if I like it. I don't like being bothered, so that's why it's so hard for me to do these. A lot of times I just trade by myself because I don't have to worry about answering questions. I just do it by myself and I don't have no problem. But I'm tired, man. I really am tired. I'm kind of burnt because I'm always by myself, trading. When you really trade at my level, there's not a lot of people you can really talk to. I'm telling you, they're not. You get a lot of people that ask for advice, but there's not a lot of people that really trade at that level.